Hello, this is both kind of a rant video and kind of a serious video. Before I start, I would like to mention that there are mentions of weight, being insecure about weight, body dysmorphia, and eating disorders. So if you are very sensitive to that and would like to skip this video, now is the time to do so. As a teenager myself, I'm in high school now, but my middle school was not that great. Especially the BMI chart, which I don't know about other countries, but in the US, that is a very common thing to learn in middle school. BMI stands for Body Mass Index and is taught in health classes across the US. And I, for one, I hate it. It's very stupid, and I feel like it's important to tell other teenagers that are going through that or about to or have that they are not defined by what the BMI chart tells them, and it is very, very outdated, if it was even dated at all. Basically, the BMI chart calculation is supposed to tell you, quote unquote, how much you're supposed to weigh. And no, honey, no. This chart doesn't calculate your muscle mass, your bone density. There are so many other things in your body outside of the fat, and not to mention your organs weigh things. Your organs have weight to them. You kind of need those. It's very important to eat enough calories to feed your brain, your heart, and you even need enough calories to sleep properly as well. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to be like, oh, well, you can just eat whatever you want and be fine. No. I'm saying it's not healthy to starve yourself in order to fit the BMI chart or whatever societal standards there are, whether it be in your area or just online. The most important thing is to eat and exercise to feel good and to be healthy and not to look healthy. Because during starvation, your brain is lacking the nutrients it needs to function, which affects sleep, and your mental health is directly tied to your physical health. So when you are doing this, you are actively changing your mental health as well, and that's not a good thing. As someone who's also done that in middle school, I can say firsthand, it's not good. It affected my sleep very, very poorly. So I have firsthand experience in saying this is a real fact. And when you are extreme dieting and just completely avoiding foods, you are more likely to binge eat. That's not a lack of self-control. It's a lack of eating what you need and what you want. Now, I'm not saying, oh, just eat sugar all the time. No, of course not. But there's a fair balance between eating for your mental health and your physical health. And I know a lot of people that are chubby, think, oh, well, I don't need it. It's okay to have a treat every now and then, as long as you're not doing it all the time, as long as you are getting the proper nutrients. And even with dieting, you're going to have days where you go over and under your calorie limit if you are dieting properly. I like to say this, if you need to diet, make sure you are doing it properly and in a healthy way. But if you go over or under what you're supposed to do for a day or two, it's not the end of the world. If you're dieting and you go over your calorie limit, okay, that's fine. That's not a big deal. The most important thing is not the BMI chart. It's your blood work. It's whatever your doctor says is healthy for you. Not some stupid little one calculation that they teach you in health class. Your health is not defined by one math equation. The human body is made up of so much more than that. And I see a lot of gym bros, which, if you know me, you know I don't like gym bros, not understand what PCOS is in people that are, I'm going to say the word overweight or obese. Doesn't mean that it's their fault most of the time. If you don't know what PCOS is, it means polycystic ovary syndrome. It's a hormonal disorder that affects women of reproductive age and is characterized by irregular menstrual cycles, excess male hormones, and may lead to presence of small cysts on the ovaries. PCOS can cause various symptoms, including weight gain, acne, and infertility. And that was a quote from the Mayo Clinic. That was not in my own words. I would like to say that because that would be plagiarism. So yes, in many cases, PCOS exists to the point that people cannot control their weight gain. Which I have a family member that has dealt with this, and they're like the healthiest person that I freaking know. That's another reason why it's so important not to judge random people online, because you don't know what health conditions they may have. Are they overeating sometimes? Of course. But it's not always. And this goes for people that are underweight as well. They could have their own underlying health conditions to where they also can't gain weight. That doesn't mean that they're starving themselves or they have a mental issue. That being said, the BMI chart could say you're overweight and you could be the fastest runner in your class. That doesn't make sense, does it? You could be the strongest person in your class. That doesn't make sense, does it? Part of the reason I wanted to make this video as someone who used to, go through a lot of struggle eating in middle school, it's kind of hard for me to talk about. But in someone who's not necessarily skinny, it's important to me that y'all know you're not the only ones that are going through this, if you are. And I'd also like to add specifically to the girls out there, even if you are skinny and have a little bit of a stomach, that doesn't mean you're fat. That is quite literally a uterus. That is your organ. Where else are you supposed to put it? When you wear stuff that is confining your stomach, you are actively damaging your organs. So no, you are not fat. It's your organ. It's okay to have organs, guys. I promise you it is. And even if you are quote-unquote fat and cannot control that, if your blood work is healthy, who cares what you look like? You're still a beautiful person. Who gives a shit what you look like? That's where I'm going to end this off. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and remember to drink plenty of water, because water is very important. Bye-bye now.